Locking the door, they opened the envelope. Camila had written to her father, "The reason I dug up the rose bed last month was because of the servants George, Alice, and Anika. They hid the ring given to me by my mother. They even mocked me. Please take revenge for me, father." The maids thought, if this letter gets into the Duke's hands, we are all dead. Alice tells George to get rid of the letter. Suddenly, Camila opens her eyes. She says, "You guys really trust in your own luck, don't you? Do you really think you will find the suicide note first next time? Are you a ghost?" Alice asks. "Was my act that convincing?" Camila counters. Camila says, "You know I have been going to the kitchen every night recently, right? If I don't show up there at the usual time, what do you think will happen? Someone will definitely find me here dead, with the note in his hand. Since I fooled you, I am sure I can fool anyone else. Are you trying to blackmail us?" Alice asks. Camila replies, "You only do that when you want something from someone. Would you blackmail a bug? Definitely not, you would just step on it. I can't deal with you anymore." They all beg for forgiveness and tell her they won't do it again. Camila replies, "Definitely. You want to go find my ring you stole from me?" All three maids rush to the garden. Darren and Farrell were also surprised by Camila's act. Darren says, "But my lady, you already recovered the ring, then why did you tell them to find it? Now they will dig up an empty rose bed and get called crazy like I was." On the other hand, the maids couldn't find the ring they hid. They all started crying. Suddenly, Reuben asked them, "What are you doing?" They told him everything. Reuben passed this information to Duke Sorfel. Duke got so angry at them after knowing they took her mother's ring. Reuben tells the Duke that Camila dug up the garden because she was searching for the ring. Duke thinks, why didn't she just talk to me? Why didn't she say anything? He calls Camila. Duke thinks, she must be uncomfortable around me because I am her stepfather, especially with the way I acted. What sort of treatment is my daughter getting in this house? After a while, Camila enters the room, unaware that the Duke knew about the ring incident. Duke asks, "I heard you lost your mother's ring. Why didn't you tell me?" Hearing this, Camila is shocked. She looks at her father and notices he looks so upset. Does he feel bad about this? But she has watched this man order her death so many times. "I knew I was making things better, but we are not close enough for this." Camila replies, "You have been so busy with your work, I didn't want to give you anything else to worry about. I'm sorry. I tried to solve this myself but couldn't." Duke shouts, "Why are you apologizing? It is not your fault. If anything bad happens from now on, I want you to tell me first. Promise me you'll come to me first." Camila thinks, he is looking at me with so much affection, I just wanted him to like me enough not to kill me, but what if he makes it hard for me to run away? After a while, Camila was looking at the map to see where she should go after running away from here. She also knew that Ravi would definitely cause some trouble. Duke Sorfel's oldest son, Ludville, was also returning home. The next day, Donna tells Camila, "Duke has requested your presence for tea." Camila thinks, he keeps asking me to have tea with him. I think he's come to like me. In the hall, Camila sees Ravi has also joined them for tea today. But he never does this. Camila notices he's in a good mood today. As she sits on the couch, Ravi tells his father, "I am going to present my thesis this year." Camila remembers it's time for his presentation. The Mage Tower holds an annual conference where the most talented mages are chosen to give presentations. Since Ravi has been invited to share his, it means he's one of those elite students. That's why he is so happy. At that moment, Zector comes in and tells Duke, there's been a great victory. Lord Ludville found the enemy's hideout and wiped them all out. Duke Sorfel is overjoyed upon hearing this. Camila looks at Ravi. He seems sad because the Duke cut him off and gave more attention to Lord Ludville's victory. She thinks, you have the worst luck, Ravi. Also, the Duke will hold a victory party on the same day as his presentation. Ravi takes his leave. Outside, Ravi thinks, I didn't spend all this time on research just to be treated like this. I should have learned magic. Suddenly, Camila tells him, you are pretty impressive, Ravi. I can't believe you will be presenting at the Mage Tower. She pats him on his shoulder and tells him. I'm so proud of you. As she leaves, Ravi thinks, what's wrong with her these days? A few days later, Camilla gets ready for the party held for Lord Ludville's victory. She tries on different dresses because she wants to stand out that day. As she is thinking about all of this, suddenly Ravi enters. Don't go causing any trouble, you already have a record from that last party, he says. Camilla replies, I know. I could do my hair with remarkable control like this. Ravi thinks, why is she so confident about what she did? Something is definitely wrong with her. Camilla smiles and asks, did you get your clothes tailored yet? Ravi replies, you really think I am going to the party? Camilla tells him, I meant for your presentation. Ravi says, forget it. He thinks, how did she even remember that? Am I losing it? What does it matter if Camilla remembers my presentation or not? Camilla replies, you have to wear the right thing, or people will talk about you. Ravi responds, I know. On the day of the party, everyone is celebrating the victory. Ravi sees they are even having a festival outside the manor. Everyone is talking only about Ludville. After a while, in the Mage Tower, Ravi is standing alone. Suddenly, a boy named Guile starts mocking him, saying, are any of your family members coming? Don't tell me no one is coming, most families wouldn't miss this. Ravi replies, that doesn't concern you. Guile says, as your friend, I feel so bad for you. I heard the real son of Duke Sorful is back, so I am certain no one cares about the fake one. Hearing this, Ravi is about to hit him, but Guile steps closer and says, is that all you can do, brag about your family? I heard the teachers really help you out with your thesis. Since you don't have a single other thing to brag about, keep your family close to you. At that moment, Camilla enters the hall, looking stunning. When Camilla was a kid, she remembered people used to talk about how she didn't have a family. Her father was the man who was all over the news, the one who tried to kill his family and then himself. He used to think they were not his kids, he hated Camilla so much. In the present, she sits at the table reserved for Ravi's family. Sia is still mad at Ravi for using Camilla, but she feels bad for him. When Ravi presents his thesis, Camilla is so happy watching him. After the function, Ravi asks, why did you come here? Camilla replies, I don't know why I came here. I came because I wanted to. That's it. Ravi asks, what kind of answer is that? Camilla tells him, let's go home. As they are walking, Camilla says, you know, the front of your head is prettier than the back, and she laughs. At home, Duke Sorful appreciates Lord Ludville's victory. Ludville replies, it's unfortunate that we are 2 family members short because of Ravi's presentation. It's my fault for not considering that. Duke responds, indeed. While going to his room, Ludville sees Ravi and Camilla in the garden. He thinks, did Camilla really go to Ravi's presentation? That's interesting. Camilla was not ready to meet Ludville because he had caused her death so many times. He did that because the Duke ordered it, but she can't forget how many times he has killed her. The next day, Camilla is picking baby's breath flowers for her father. Suddenly, Ludville calls her name. Camilla. Camilla is shocked but smiles and turns around. Ludville raises his hand toward her. Camilla thinks, I wasn't ready to see him. What is he doing? Camilla smiles and says, same. I was just picking flowers to give you as a welcome home present. What a coincidence we met here. She hands the baby's breath to him. Ludville doesn't react at all. Camilla says, then I'll take my leave, and walks away. After a while, Reuben asks Ludville, shall I put these in a vase? But Ludville refuses, saying, they're mine. He thinks, she never gave me anything, and then he walks toward his room. Ludville also notices the change in Camilla. Later, they are all sitting at the dining table for lunch. Camilla notices that now, because Ludville is here, even Ravi is not speaking. When the maid serves their food, Ludville exchanges his plate with Camilla's. Duke Sorful asks Ravi, how was your presentation? Ravi replies, my presentation went well. Duke says, sorry for not giving it attention. Then Duke tells Camilla, it's almost time for your new semester to start. Camila remembers that she was on spring break. Going back to school is going to bring a fresh set of migraines, she thinks. There are 2 guys I should avoid if possible. Duke says, I've got some new chocolate, which will go perfectly with the tea. And my baby's breath has started to wilt. I'll bring you fresh ones. Camila replies. Ravi thinks, father officially invited her to tea for the first time. He seems to really like Camila now. But why am I feeling proud of her? Later, Ludville reviews a list of dessert shops Duke Sorfel gave him. You know Camila doesn't like apples, he says. How do you know that? Duke asks. Ludville smiles and asks, I heard some maids were fooling around with Camila's food. How did you deal with that? Duke Sorfel replies, I blacklisted them so they can never work again. Duke says, it seems you failed again. It's not your fault that you couldn't find our divine beast again. Actually, in the Fabler Empire, Sorfel is represented by a white tiger. House Sephra is represented by a black wolf, and House Zevalon is represented by a red eagle. House Sorfel should also be in possession of a divine beast, but because the previous Duke of House Sorfel died suddenly due to poison, he couldn't tell the next Duke where the next divine beast would be born. Duke Sorfel thinks, for 3 generations, we have tried to find it with this pendant, but no luck. Is it time to give up? Ludville says, no, father. Duke Sorfel replies, keep searching for it, Ludville. After a while, Darren comes to Camila. He says, there is someone I'd like to introduce to you. Knowing they must be a ghost, Camila replies, I don't want to meet anyone. Camila says, I'm going to get some rest, but she feels bad about this because Darren had helped her so much, and he didn't have a wish. Darren doesn't give up. He asks for her help even if she is sleeping or eating. He keeps asking her to meet the ghost. At last, Camila agrees to meet him. Is he a ghost that's been chained? Some ghosts become tied to a place and can't leave, that's why you haven't brought him to me? Camila asks. Darren replies, you are right. He can't move freely like me. Allow me to show you where he is. Then, after a while, he takes Camila to a graveyard. As Camila enters, she sees that there are so many ghosts there. After a while, they reach a specific grave. Camila is shocked to see that it is the grave of the 35th Duke Sorfel. Can you really see me? He asks. Camila replies, yes, I can hear you. He says, the reason I called you here is because. But Camila cuts him off and asks, may I ask you something first? Is it genetic? The ghost Duke is confused by her question until he realizes she is talking about his hair, because he has none. The ghost Duke says, it is the head of the family's duty to tell his successor where the next divine beast will be born, but because I died so suddenly, I couldn't get the chance to pass on the information. Now, you are the only one who can find the divine beast. Help me. Camila is in shock. After a while, she thinks, what will everyone say if I suddenly find the beast, which no one has found despite decades of searching? And also, he said the egg was in the water, people will think I am crazy. Camila is so confused. She wonders, should I really step forward and try to find the divine beast? The next day, Camila goes to the graveyard to meet the Duke. Some boys notice her there. Petro's friend asks, what is she doing here? Does she know it's the anniversary of your mother's death? Petro is the oldest son of Duke Zevalon. Petro's friend thinks she is pretending not to see them. The other friend says, maybe she just hasn't noticed us yet. They start talking about her. She's stolen Petro's things before, she is obsessed with him, one of them says. But Petro defends her, saying, she didn't steal, she just picked up some item that I misplaced. Petro adds, she seems kind of different today. I keep wanting to look at her. And then he leaves. That night, while Camila is sleeping, she suddenly feels pain. She checks the jar, it is empty. Camila decides to go by herself to bring some water. As she walks downstairs, she sees someone sitting in the dining room. When she opens the door, she sees Ravi eating his food. She asks, are you eating dinner right now? Ravi asks, what are you doing here at this hour? Camila replies, getting water, and sits on the chair. Ravi asks, why are you sitting down? Camilla replies, keep eating. I like watching mukbang. Ravi doesn't understand what she means. Camilla is so sleepy. Ravi says, if you are sleepy, go back to bed, you can't even open your eyes. Camilla replies, no, I am not sleeping, and then she falls asleep there. Ravi stares at her. He thinks, normally, I wouldn't have thought twice about just leaving her here, but now he goes and wakes her up. Suddenly, Ludville enters. He tells Ravi, finish your food, I'll carry her. Ravi says, I can do this. Ludville replies, it's fine, I can take her. He carries Camilla. Ravi is shocked. Why is he doing this? Why is he being nice to Camilla? Ludville says, keep quiet, you will wake her up. The next day, Camilla wakes up in her bed. She wonders, how did I get back to my room? Did Ravi carry me all the way here? She is happy at the thought that Ravi carried her. But then she thinks, he is definitely going to lecture me. Suddenly, she recalls her dream. When she was asleep, she had suddenly said, don't kill me, and held Ludville's hand. She cried, I want to leave. Ludville had replied, I won't. Suddenly, she had started smiling and let go of his hand. Camilla thinks, was it a dream? Later, she meets Ravi. She says, I bet you're glad. Ravi asks, about what? Camilla replies, your sister is lighter than you expected. Weren't you surprised when you picked me up last night? Without saying a word, Ravi just stares at her. Camilla says, okay, I'll stop. Ludville overhears their conversation. Camilla looks at him, he smiles and says, good morning. Isn't the weather nice today? They are both surprised by her politeness. Suddenly, Ravi says, why are you acting all polite with Ludville, but you never talk to me like that? How childish. Camilla thinks, this is coming from the guy who shouts, hey, at me. Camilla replies, obviously, you are my brother and my family. After hearing this, Ravi starts laughing. Camilla asks, why are you laughing, Ravi? He says, it's nothing. Later, while sitting in the dining room, Camilla notices Duke Sorfel deep in thought. She asks, what's wrong, father? Duke Sorfel replies, he is coming to visit Zevalon. He said he had some business matters to discuss. Camilla realizes that Duke Zevalon is Duke Sorfel's friend and rival. Duke Sorfel says, Petro is coming as well. Everyone turns to stare at Camilla. She thinks, I get it. He is one of the few people I want to avoid most at the academy. I have no idea why Camilla was obsessed with someone like him, she had a crush on him. When there was a party, Camilla asked Petro to be her partner for the party. But Petro replied, I already have a partner. Camilla was so embarrassed that she said, it's fine, and walked away. Camilla thought, that doesn't mean he doesn't like me. At the party, Juella, who was Petro's partner, greeted Camilla. Juella asked, did you really ask Lord Petro to the party, but he turned you down? Camilla replied, because he said he already had a partner. Juella smirked and said, he didn't. I only asked him to escort me 2 days ago. Camilla was saddened after hearing this. While laughing, Juella added, honestly, he should have just said he didn't like you. Who would want to be your partner anyway? You are not Duke Sorfel's real daughter, you are just a fake lady. After hearing this, Camilla grabbed Juella's hair. This was the infamous party incident. As usual, after this incident, everyone thought Camilla acted out because of her temper. But her real goal was to stop everyone from finding out that she had been called a fake lady. Suddenly, Camilla said, I am not interested in Petro anymore, so you don't need to be so concerned. After hearing this, they were all in shock. No one believed it because, after that incident, she followed him like a stalker. Duke Sorfel was not happy that Duke Zevalon was coming, he thought he would definitely show off his divine beast. Camilla was thinking about finding the divine beast when suddenly Duke Sorfel asked, are you okay, Camilla? She replied, yes, I am just upset because you are upset. This made Duke Sorfel happy. He said, don't worry about me. At that moment, the junior chef brought the dessert. He said, Lady Camilla specially requested them. Camila explained, they are black bean sherbet. Black beans are really good for hair health, you should protect the hair you have. After a while, Duke Zevalon arrived with his son. He only talked to Lord Ludville and ignored Camila and Ravi. Duke Zevalon was especially concerned with a person's bloodline and background, that's why he didn't acknowledge them. At that moment, Petro greeted Camila. She found him attractive. Petro said, "This is our first time meeting at that party. I am so sorry about what happened then. I should have helped you." Camila replied, "It's all in the past," but she noticed him sneaking away. Petro asked, "I heard the garden is very beautiful here. I'd like to see it." Camila said, "Why not?" and asked Ruben to show Petro the garden. Petro was shocked because Camila never let go of any chance to be with him. Then she walked away.
Camila is changing things little by little, which can drastically impact the story. I'm excited to see what she will do in the future. If you want to see the next part, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thank you for watching.